You know, whether it's a headline or a trend line, difficult to say. I think it happened because Hamas is under tremendous pressure, both from its own constituents, as a consequence of the fact that the Israelis haven't allowed any humanitarian assistance in since March 2nd. And I think they took advantage of the president's trip. I don't think this was a deal that was worked out directly. I think there were intermediaries. It wouldn't surprise me if the Egyptians didn't push Hamas to do this as a favor to Trump, not as a favor, not even, and goodwill gesture is the wrong word, but an effort to get something in return. And what is that something? Well, you've already seen it. The Israeli prime minister has dispatched a delegation to Doha for negotiations. You have Steve Witkoff informing the hostage families that the Israeli military campaign in Gaza, if those reports are true, is pointless. So I think you see administration frustration rising on this. Whether or not it'll lead to a deal, and the deal on the table, Connell, is 8 to 13 hostages for a 45 to 60-day ceasefire and discussions to end the war. It's a much heavier lift right now.
Speaking of headlines and treadlines, as you did at the beginning of your comments there, what do you think the headline will be overall, or the headlines from the president's trip to the Middle East?
Oh, I mean, it'll be dollar signs, ka-ching, 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 a lot of commitments, billions of dollars of military equipment. The Gulfies want a lot of our tech and AI, particularly chips. Qataris are prepared, or already announced $1.4 trillion worth of investment. I think this is Trump's happy place in the sense that there are no political protests. They're strong authoritarian leaders that flatter him and fet him, and basically all of them are stumbling over one another to remain in his good graces. So I think this trip, this is a win for Trump.
What do you have any thoughts on this back and forth about the new Air Force One? I don't know how it's going to end up playing out at the end of the day, but the idea that the Qataris would gift a plane that, and Trump would turn that into Air Force One and possibly keep it for his personal use after he leaves office?
You know, Connell, I'm old. I'll concede that. But I remember what Harry Truman quipped about Richard Nixon. He said about Nixon, Nixon may have read the Constitution, but he didn't understand it. I mean, we have something called an Emoluments Clause. And frankly, the amount of self-dealing that has gone on has become sort of routinized and conditioned and accepted, to me, is extraordinary. There doesn't appear to be any line between what is in the national interest and what is in the president's and family's financial interest. So I would make a prediction to you, unlike the Reagan 747 that ended up in the library.
Yeah.
This is never going, I shouldn't say this, but I'll go on a real limb here. This is never going to happen.
Right, so you don't think he'll end up with the plane period? Or the Reagan, I've been out to Simi Valley. That's cool how they have it in the hangar at the library. You can walk on it and everything else. Yeah, so this is not going to happen, you don't think? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, we'll see. We never know what's going to happen, or if it'll be structured differently, or they'll pay for. I don't know. Aaron, thanks as always. Got to run to some other stuff, but we always appreciate you coming on. Yep, Aaron David Miller.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.